I remember on one of those 26 trips to New York and back, we had an accident. It was the same day that President Reagan was shot, and about the same time too. I was with John Stoll, guitarist John Stoll, drummer Gary Hobbs, and myself. And we were going back to New York. We had concerts on the way. We had a concert in Bowling Green, which was our first concert. And we were in Wyoming. This was like probably maybe 5, 6 in the morning. I was sleeping. John Stoll was driving. And there was ice on the road. But the semi-trucks were passing us by at full speed, not acknowledging the potential danger because they had these big trucks. I guess they could crush the ice as they were driving. And when one of these trucks went by us, according to John, it started us to slide and to skid. And we came over an embankment and we rolled over 3 times. And I woke up to, I heard the words from John, "I lost it." And here we are rolling over 3 times. And I had my beautiful acoustic bass, my Gino, made in 1795. And made by Nicholas Gano. Worth a lot of money. When we got to the bottom of the ravine, we all checked with each other, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And all of us, fortunately, were okay, no problem. I looked at my bass and the top was just a total disaster. A total disaster. Well, we got out, we looked at the van. The van was kind of totaled on the outside. We were discouraged, to say the least, but the van was still drivable. We're on a tour, just the start of a tour, and I had 2 record dates in New York. One to make the record Storyteller, and the other to play on Link Chamberlain's CD from Muse Records, both from Muse Records. 2 record dates. You know, and this is our livelihood, this is how we make money, and so we're trying to think, how can we salvage this tour now? We've lost a band, my bass is crushed. So we went to like a Fred Meyer's or a Walgreens or a Walmart, and we bought some duct tape. And we went out and we taped the car together. We held things together with duct tape. It was a funny sight. Here was this van with all this duct tape holding it together. And we hobbled back to Salt Lake City. Made phone call connection with my insurance company. We purchased a new van. I flew to San Francisco to buy a borrowed bass, to borrow a bass. Flew back to Salt Lake City. John met me. We got in the van with Gary Hobbs. We went to Bowling Green. Did the clinic, did the concert, although it was a very, very difficult bass to play on. So after Bowling Green, our next stop was Cincinnati, and I went to a place called the Bass Shop, and I told them what had happened. And I guess, I mean, they must have known about me or known me through my recordings, although I didn't have a lot of recordings at that time. He says, well, go in the back, find a bass that you think you would like. So I spent about an hour going through different basses, wound up this beautiful Italian bass. I came out with the bass. I says, this one feels great. I can play music on this. I have 2 record dates to do in New York. So I hate to say this, I forget the man's name. But he said to me, go ahead and take the bass. I says, well, don't you want some money for this? He says, no, no. He says, I trust you. We're talking about, you know, a $50,000 instrument. And he says, no, just take the bass, and when you're done with it, bring it back. I says, well, I don't know how long it's going to be. I have to take my bass in the repair shop. When we went to Salt Lake City, I knew of a great repairman in Salt Lake City who I'd done business with before. He saw the bass. I left it there with him. What he wound up doing when he repaired the bass, he used 100-year-old cello wood to mix in with the other wood of the bass on the top. He totally did an incredible job. So eventually, 6 months later, when my bass was fixed, I flew to Salt Lake City, picked it up. From there, flew to Cincinnati with the other bass, dropped it off, came back, flew back to Salt Lake City, and drove back to Portland, Oregon. But anyways, in Cincinnati, they gave me this bass to take, and it was fantastic. I was able to do both record dates. We didn't miss a gig. These are things that happen on the road. Yeah, we were able to overcome though and get our work done and make our money and support our family. So that's it's made for an interesting story. Maybe that's one of the advantages of what happened to us. Makes for a nice story.